What's up, guys? This is Kensuke from KensukeART.com, illustrator and author of Manga for Dummies and figure drawing for dummies. Today we're shooting a little different. I got two monitors to demonstrate today's tutorial tip. Simple yet powerful. I got my Wacom 13 HD attached to my 16 MacBook Pro. Super excited about this, guys. Can't wait to show. Let's dive right in. Here I am on my Cintiq 13 HD. As you can see, it's not a very big size tablet, but it does get the job done. Especially, I love how it's mobile. I can take it wherever I want to go. And, you know, this is this cyborg character in my graphic novel, The Foreigner. It's a Kickstarter graphic novel, and this is book number 2. So here she is. She's badly damaged. She fixes her neck back again, and these missiles pop out of her from the top, and she shoots at her enemy. Lovely gal. So while this is pretty much complete, I still want to go in and work out some of the details. But before I do, this is where I wanted to show you guys. Go to Filter. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry, not Filter. I'm talking about Windows, Canvas, and you're going to hit New Window. And what that does is it creates a secondary window of that same file page. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing that in just a moment. But before I do, I want you guys to go ahead and click this, grab, and I'm going to drag that one over to the MacBook screen. Now it's red because it's in the process of being dragged. Release. And there you go. I have an identical image from here, this page, to this page. Now, why am I doing this? So, when you're working on a small tablet screen, which is a 13 HD, like what I have here, and it's hard to get that detail without having to really zoom in. And if I zoom in right now, you're gonna lose sense. I lose sense of what the whole entire picture or page is going to look like. So for example, let me go ahead and zoom in, and say if I wanted to go ahead and start adding more detail, and I lose sense of the whole composition of the entire page, I can easily go back to this second screen of my MacBook Pro. By zooming out, I have the full image in front of me, and I can go back from here to here without having to constantly hit the zoom in and out button, which may not seem like a big deal, but it does save time. You can just easily go back here. It's like, well, is it really, does that additional detail really make a difference in the whole entire page? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it's nice to have a nice checks and balance between here and going back to the page right here. And another great thing about this, it also helps with checks and balance with your proportions. So for example, I might be so concentrated and focused on trying to get that shape right, and before I lose too much, I can I can go back here and check to make sure whether or not it's the right size in relationship to her back leg. In this case, I noticed it's a little bit off. Her back leg, her back hip right here should be a little bit smaller. So it gives me a larger perspective to go back and forth when I'm working in details, detail in a detailed page. I use it all the time. It's an extra step to set up a second window, but it definitely is worth the extra couple seconds. It's kind of looking cool. I like it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to adjust her size of her hip. This all happens in real time. I'm going to move over to my my screen, and you can see as I'm adjusting my my main screen window, which is close up, you'll see that it's the secondary window automatically shows the update in real time. Okay, and now I'm looking at it. Now it's much better. You know, you can see the object of the shoulder really comes forward, and the rear hip of this lady goes back in space. And of course, you always want to hit save. Never forget to save. Save. Okay. So even once you save, you can click one. You can shut down window. I'm sorry. You can close this window or either window. The other window will stay open. It will not close unless you click both windows to close individually. Which is kind of nice because, like, for example, if you forget to save in one window and you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to save that, you don't have to worry because you have your backup, the secondary window, and you get that second chance to save. That's a cool sales pitch. Definitely, for the sake of securing your file, you know, definitely create that second window. One quick thing I wanted to show you, which I think this is very, very smart of Clip Studio. Let's say, for example, I'm working on tweaking this young girl's face, and if you're like me, I don't like working from left to right. I always like to flip the image like this, and flip the image, and that way it helps me, it just helps me work better. I don't know why, it's just maybe just natural flow of my hand going from left to right. I'm going to do the same thing, go up here, window, canvas, new window. And if I were you guys, I'd put a shortcut in your command bar setting. It'll help make the process a lot faster. Same thing, I'm going to click this, drag this all the way over here to my other screen. So you notice in this screen, even though when this is flipped, I flipped it with my main window, the image here remains consistent and true to the original orientation. Click my blue screen marker so that I know where the original artwork is. And I can get to work here. Sorry about the background noise, guys. It just happens when you live in Brooklyn. I'm going a little bit more closer. Detail. To fix those minor tweaks and adjustments. Now, as you can see, the closer I get into it, you know, I'm less concerned about the over proportions and more concerned about getting that fine detail in. So this is where it helps to go back to the main window and make sure that all that fine detail is consistent with the proportions that are in the original drawing. Now, this is all happening in real time. At some point, when you get really involved, you forget that this is not the real orientation, the one I'm working on the main screen. This is a flipped orientation, and without having to click the shortcut for the flip button, I can just simply look up and look at this one I say, okay, yep, it still looks okay. Still looks good, even in its original orientation. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my main screen here, my working screen, I should say. And I'm gonna go with even more closer, zoom in more closer, because I'm focused on the detail. Get the iris in, get the other side of the eye in, focus on the eyebrows. Okay, looking good, looking good. Go even in underneath that underplane of that nose. Give it definition. Okay, let's work on that hair a little bit. Now, obviously, if I'm working on a storyboard with a very, very tight deadline, which unfortunately happens a lot, and I don't have so much time to cram in all the detail at first. So this is kind of like a nice time. Even if I wanted to create a portfolio for myself, I can just revisit all these looser images and add all that more detail to it before presenting it to my rep. Yeah, if you guys have any, are you guys freelancers? Are you freelance illustrators? If so, leave your comments. Let me know what kind of field do you work in. Do you work in advertising? Do you work in storyboarding? I used to work in gaming. I used to do Magic the Gathering cards for a period of a while. Back when people were painting on oil and canvas. You know, didn't do digital stuff. That's probably why I don't work in fantasy anymore. I just, you know, I like painting. And as soon as the digital came in, I kind of lost that mysticism, the quality of being able to do that. And, you know, by then, you know, their art director changed, and, you know, they have their own favorites from overseas who could just, man, do amazing stuff digitally. But it's alright. I had my fun. Okay, let's see how am I doing. You know, I'm focusing a lot of detail here. How's the proportions looking here? Alright. Yeah. You know, maybe the back of the head, now I'm looking at it, it seems a little bit too high and too wide. I can switch off between the original, I mean the modified versus the original. That's what I had originally. And you can tell it's a lot more defined, it's a lot more cleaner, crisper. You know, it gives the viewers a little bit more of a finished look, something more to look at. So I hope this all helps, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And also, guys, let me know if you enjoy this new type of shooting. This is the first time I'm doing this, like with my holding the phone with my left hand while trying to draw, while shooting two different screens. I'll get used to it. Next time I'll find out a smoother way to execute this. So if you like this way of shooting, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely make it so. Till then, in Christ's peace, bye. What's up, guys? This is Kensuke from KensukeART.com, author and illustrator for Manga for... 3, 2, 1.